Guys, it's crazy how much it's raining right now. It looks like my shelter is holding up as I have my head outside my tent right now. And I'm not getting wet, which is a good sign. This is ridiculous. Last summer, I took my first ever solo backpacking trip to Isle Royale, Michigan's one and only national park. Happens to be in the middle of Lake Superior, and the only way to get to it is either by a 3-hour ferry ride or a 1-hour seaplane drive. I spent 6 days and 5 nights on the island, carrying all of my food and shelter in my backpack. I'm really excited to finally be sharing this experience with you. If you like what you see, please let me know in the comments below and hit that like button for me. And also don't forget to subscribe.
Buckle in the middle, tighten on the sides.
At this point, it was a quick 1-hour plane ride over the Great Blue of Lake Superior all the way to Wendigo Harbor at Isle Royale. Stepping foot onto the island, it really felt like I was in another world. Once we got there, I had to take a quick trip to the ranger station to get permitted. Once I had that, filled my water bottle, and I was off onto my hike. We're just starting on the Washington Creek Trail right now, headed towards Lake Desor Campground South. Pretty quiet out here. Park ranger said there were only about 40 people on this giant island right now. 1,800 moose, and I think about 2 or 3 packs of wolves. I'm about 4 hours and 15 minutes in. I believe I'm very close to the campground. Through the trees you can see that there's a lake over there. That is Lake Desor, which is where I will be camping tonight. 0.3 miles. Lake Desor. I'm gonna set up my tent and then start getting my lunch ready because I haven't had lunch yet except for a Cliff Bar. So for the next few hours I got my book and kicked back next to the lake for a bit. I decided to bring everything inside my tent and just have my dinner inside here. I cooked the lentil mix that I made and I'm gonna eat it with a tortilla. Very delicious. I'm eating nuts. And that'll be my dinner. Probably gonna wake up tomorrow morning and everything's gonna be damp and a pain in the ass to put away in the backpack. It's day 2 here on the island. I just woke up. It's about 6:15. Got a long day ahead of me, so I think I'm gonna get out of this tent, start packing everything up, and get out of here. After getting ready and packing up for the day, I had an 18-mile hike ahead of me. Weather's pretty good, no rain, sunshine's peeking through the trees. There's been a lot of fallen trees that obscure the pathway, and you kind of just have to navigate your way around. Ow! Definitely just hit my head. Today I'm headed towards Todd Harbor and then to McCargo Cove. So I just went in a nice, refreshing dip in Lake Superior shortly after my lunch. We're gonna get going on my hike here. I got about 6.7 miles ahead of me to McCargo Cove. But before I go there, I'm gonna stop to go check out a mine. Wild blueberries. So I'm currently hiking up the north shores of Isle Royale. Scenery here is a lot nicer, it seems. Just more rocks, open paths, less mud and wetlands. I'm headed towards McCargo Cove right now. Should be about 2 to 3 hours before I get there. When I finally made it to McCargo Cove, I decided to cool off in the lake and rehydrate myself. Ooh, water's cold. I then had dinner and settled into camp. This camp is nice and luxurious with all of the shelters. I have this whole thing to myself. And it's got a pretty dope view. Unfortunately, there's more people here than I expected. It actually turned out to be one of the most frustrating nights that I had. Bunch of guys just hanging out on the dock that stayed up till 2 a.m. talking very loudly and making it very difficult to sleep. 7:26 a.m. I woke up to a downpour of rain. Luckily I was in the shelter, so nothing got wet. Entering the Menong mine right now. This place is huge. Before heading to my next campground, I took a quick little detour and explored the Menong mining site. I'm standing in an old copper mine right now. I was gonna head back to camp, but then I stumbled upon this awesome view and decided to just sit here and take it all in. Right now, I'm getting a pretty late start on my hike, but that's okay, because I got to see the Menong mine. It rained last night and everything's very wet. We should hopefully make it to Chippewa Harbor around maybe 3. So, probably stop at Chicken Bone Lake on the way there. Made it to Chicken Bone Lake. It's extremely misty outside. When it's wet is when the mosquitoes come to feed. There's at least like 10 of them around me right now. I kept hiking towards Chippewa Harbor and found myself in some pretty deep wetlands. About halfway through, I found a nice little creek to refill my water bottles with and take a little bit of a break. I then started having some very wild encounters. There it goes. I can't believe I freaking just saw a moose. That was amazing. Those are definitely fresh wolf tracks. 4.2 miles to Chippewa Harbor. I made it to Chippewa Harbor, and this is the view. It's really cold. It was super cold, but it was definitely refreshing. It was now time to wind down and get some calories in me and call it a night. Guys, it's crazy how much it's raining right now. And it looks like my shelter is holding up as I have my head outside my tent right now. And I'm not getting wet, which is a good sign. This is ridiculous. Good morning. What a night last night. Woke up around midnight because of the thunderstorms. And now we have this beautiful morning. Just about 10 a.m. I am taking my sweet old time because today is more of a chill day for me. I did 3 long hikes in a row, so I figured maybe just take it easy today. Still undecided about where I'm gonna camp, probably Lake Ritchie. Who knows, maybe it can be Chicken Bone because I need to go through Chicken Bone regardless. Because of the downpour and thunderstorm last night, a lot of the trail is just deep puddles. So can't expect to stay dry in conditions like these. At least the bottom half. Walking through a creek right now. Supposedly the trail. Just made it to Lake Ritchie, and I think I found the perfect camping spot. I'm gonna get started on setting up my tent so I don't have to worry about it later, and then I just have the whole day to relax. Don't want no foxes sleeping in my bed. I just got done finishing up my camp. I'm gonna take a run over to Muskie Basin just to check it out and run back, and then I'm just gonna come back here and relax a little bit. I'm gonna take you with me. 2.1 mile run to Muskie Basin. Here we go. I'm gonna take a little break here. Headed back to camp. Starting to drizzle a little bit. It's getting really windy. I'm trying to run as fast as I can before it starts pouring, in case it does pour. This is my view outside my tent right now. It's raining. So eventually the rain did stop, and I was able to get a little bit more rest and relaxation. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that. So let's rewind. Let's fast forward to the next day. Good morning. I just got packed up. I'm ready to hit the trail, head towards Lane Cove, about a 16-mile hike. It's a beautiful day today. The clouds really cleared up. I had a nice blueberry breakfast this morning from these bushes here. I actually might have a few more before I get going. Had a great night yesterday. The mosquitoes here, they've been the worst that I've experienced so far. I don't know why, but there was just a swarm of them outside of my tent yesterday. And when I got out this morning, they were just buzzing all around me. Those are good. Let's get on the trail. I just got done having my lunch here at Mount Ojibwe. I have about 5.5 miles left to go. I ran into a couple more moose along the way, then finally made it to camp. Wow, look at that view, guys. Hey guys, I'm super stoked right now. I just got to the campsite at Lane Cove, about 10 feet away from where I'm gonna be sleeping. Is this beautiful view of Lake Superior. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on getting my campsite set up. I am just so relaxed right now. It's unbelievable. Made myself a little seat and a table here to make myself dinner. I've been saving this. So I am just gonna treat myself here on this last night. Enjoy the sound of the water crashing against the shore. Just let it all soak in. I got camp all packed up. It's about 12:04 right now. I gotta start heading back to Rock Harbor so I can get picked up by the seaplane. So as I was beginning this hike, I was thinking to myself, man, finally I'll be able to have a nice, relaxing hike that's dry. Let me tell you, the whole dry boots and dry socks thing didn't last for that long. 3 more miles to go. It felt so good making it out of the wilderness finally. It was about 3 p.m. by the time I made it to Rock Harbor, and now I just had to wait for the plane to arrive. After 5 days and 6 nights, it was the end of my trip and time to go home.